Hey folks, Ron here with Gamer the Blathering, and this is RPG a Day number 4. And the subject for this one is interesting. It is most memorable NPC. And I try to come at these prompts slash questions from multiple angles. And so I want to talk a little bit about the most memorable NPC that I've had before or that I've run before as a game master, and also what I think makes the most memorable NPCs. So, hopefully, there's a lot to get out of this. If not, that's why there's a lot of people doing these. So, the most memorable NPC that I've ever run was actually in a Deadlands Classic game that I ran. A big part of the campaign was Hank One Eye Ketchum from the Texas Rangers, and he was actually a mentor to my wife's character, Black Widow Beth Hickson, and he became sort of a go-to type of NPC for all the players, and he kind of became an important part of the background. He's not really written that way, but it just kind of worked out, and there wasn't anything specific about him other than the fact that, and this kind of gets into what I'll talk about when I get more general on this, other than the fact that he had a connection to one or more of the characters. And when you do that and you provide personality, that's what makes a memorable NPC. At least for me, that's what I've seen. So, kind of onto the subject of what provides a memorable NPC in general. First of all, you have to, connect them to the player character somehow. And you can do that in their backgrounds. You can do that in play. I think in play is probably truly the most impactful, because you can write an NPC into your background as a player, but if the GM plays them in an unexpected way, sometimes that can not be what you're looking for as a player. But if the GM introduces an NPC and you find ways to, as the GM, to adapt that NPC sort of to the PCs, there's a better chance that they're going to be memorable because they're going to stick around. So, speaking to that, there's personality. Personality's huge. You have to come up with cool ways so that they can tell who they're dealing with. You can do voices, that can be useful. You can have specific personality quirks or even physical quirks that you might take on. As a player, I was playing in a post-apocalyptic game with my friend Don a few years back, and he did this weird thing with his arms when he was talking as his character, and we called it T-Rex arms because his arms were out like really short like this, and made the NPC super memorable. And as soon as he started talking like that, we knew which NPC we were dealing with. It was kind of cool. Those are the types of things that make them interesting. Anything that can basically create that connection that many players are looking for their characters is what makes a memorable NPC. But again, the most memorable for me was One Eye Hank Ketchum. He was so cool to play as the GM, and to watch the players want to involve him in their characters' storylines. Great stuff. Anyway, that's it for this one. The weekend ones are probably going to be short. I think they're written that way for a reason. The questions are deliberately easy, I think. But until next time, do good, avoid evil, and play more games.